On a small island in the world, there lived a group of kids with superpowers. There's the invisible boy who's invisible if he's not wearing clothes. Then there's the bee boy who spits bees out of his mouth. And the mysterious twins who always wear masks. The movie recommended today is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Jack, on his way to his grandpa's house, gets a call from him. Grandpa warns him not to come because it's dangerous there. When Jack arrives, he finds his grandpa lying in the grass. His grandpa's eyeballs are missing, and before dying, he tells Jack to go to the mysterious island. Jack sees a soul-eating monster standing in the bushes. Under Jack's command, the monster is shot dead by a policewoman. Ali, she can't see the creature. Jack visits a psychologist. The psychologist suggests Jack go to the mysterious island his grandpa often talked about to find answers. Showing the photo to his classmates, they mock Jack for being crazy. Jack starts to doubt if what his grandpa said even exists. His grandpa's murder makes Jack want to find out the truth. To fulfill Jack's wish, Dad took him to the island Grandpa mentioned. Dad hired a few local youngsters to escort Jack to the mysterious castle. But when Jack found the castle, it was already in ruins. An elderly fellow at the hotel informed Jack the castle had been destroyed in 1943. In the castle's rubble, Jack found a mysterious photo of the kids. On the castle's second floor, Jack encountered a girl wearing iron shoes. Terrified, Jack stumbled at the castle's entrance. A young girl carried Jack to a cave. Jack saw the kids from the photo. Air girl, masked twins, invisible lad, flame girl, and muscle gal. The kids led Jack into the cave. Jack felt he should go back and tell Dad the news. However, when he returned to the hotel, he was mistaken for a spy. As time suddenly jumped back to 1943, Invisible tossed beer at the wall, causing chaos. Flame Girl set fire to the door. Air Girl rescued Jack with a horse-drawn carriage. Miss Pei welcomed Jack at the door. She signaled to Growth Girl that dinner time was near. Growth Girl enlarged a radish. Muscle Girl pulled out the big radish and took it to the dining room. Air Girl tied a rope around Jack's waist. Air Girl untied her heavy iron shoes and flew. After Jack put the squirrel back on the tree, he pulled Air Girl back to the ground. Doll Boy revived a doll by placing a heart inside it. Projection Boy could project everyone's thoughts onto a screen. Miss Pei glanced at her watch, seemingly waiting for a particular time. A bomber flew overhead, dropping a bomb. Miss Pei paused time, halting the bomb. Then she turned back time 24 hours. Miss Pei frowns time here forever on September 2nd. 1943. Jack and Air Girl took a photo in the cave. A wounded time bird fell into the cave. Returning to the hotel, Jack still hadn't figured out his grandpa's cause of death. So, he crossed the time barrier back to the castle. Miss Pei was tending to the injured time bird. Jack inquired about the origin of the soul-eating monsters from Miss Pei. Miss Pei angrily told Jack not to inquire further. Doll Boy revived a man who had his eyes gouged out. Air Girl took Jack and jumped into the sea. An air bubble enveloped Jack's head. They swam into a sunken ship. Air Girl expelled a large amount of air. The room's water was blown out. Air Girl produced an iron box and handed it to Jack. Inside an envelope, Jack found information about the soul-eating monsters. Miss Pei glanced at her watch, seemingly waiting for a particular time. Several footprints appeared on the grass. Miss Pei's arrow struck the soul-eating monster perfectly. Miss Pei told Jack that his superpower was the ability to see invisible soul-eating monsters. Miss Pei took out a book to introduce Jack to the origin of the soul-eating monsters. Years ago, a group of people with superpowers tried to break the time barrier using the time bird. The failed experiment turned these people into invisible soul-eating monsters without eyes. Eating the eyeballs of other superpowered individuals could turn them back to their original form. To protect these children, Miss Pei established this mysterious castle. The time bird in her hand informed everyone that he was from 2016. The soul-eating monsters are currently trying to capture the time bird for new experiments to break the time barrier. Miss Pei instructed everyone to pack up and prepare to leave. On their way back to the hotel, Jack witnessed someone having their eyeballs gouged out. Jack prepared to return to the castle to inform Miss Pei of this news. While passing through the cave, Jack noticed someone tracking him. Belle, the soul-eating monster leader who can transform into anyone, appeared before Jack. Belle kidnapped Jack and took him to the castle. Miss Pei bid farewell to Jack and the children in the room. Miss Pei instructed Jack to use his superpower to protect the children. As the time bird, Miss Pei flew into Belle's cage. Jack organized everyone to prepare for the soul-eating monster's attack. They barricaded the door with a sofa. Windows were shut, and weapons were grabbed. A soul-eating monster broke through the wall. Doll Boy was caught and tossed around in the air. Jack shot an arrow, rescuing Doll Boy by hitting the soul-eating monster. Everyone escaped through the second-floor window. The Growth Girl caused a tree branch to grow to the roof. Everyone climbed up the tree branch to the top of the tree. Just as the bomb fell on the roof, Air Girl held Jack and landed on the ground. They decided to establish a new time barrier outside. Led by Miss Bay, Air Girl blew away the seawater from the sunken ship. Flame Girl started the boiler on the ship. They docked the ship at the nearest pier to the time barrier. Passing through the time barrier, they arrived in 2016. Jack and Air Girl stealthily sneaked into the Soul-Eating Monster's headquarters. Air Girl floated in the air, attracting the Soul-Eating Monster's attention. Jack and Air Girl lured the Soul-Eating Monsters to the amusement park. The children threw snowballs at the invisible Soul-Eating Monsters. Air Girl blew pink cotton candy onto the Soul-Eating Monsters. Dollboy resurrected skeleton soldiers surrounded the Soul-Eating Monsters. 3 skeleton soldiers killed 1 Soul-Eating Monster. A skeleton, wearing a chef's hat, stabbed the Soul-Eating Monster's heart with a knife. Another Soul-Eating Monster fell to its death in midair. Strong Girl dismounted a wooden horse and knocked the last Soul-Eating Monster into the sea. Bile is still waiting for the news of victory at headquarters. Air Girl blows Bile onto the turntable. B-Boy's beast trapped to enemies. The beast surrounded the enemies, who fell into the water pool. Cat Girl stood on the chandelier and threw knives at everyone. Dollboy was knocked unconscious by Bile. Flame Girl lit Bile's coat on fire. Air Girl blew Bile onto the wall. Jack successfully found the imprisoned time bird. The masked twins removed their masks and turned Cat Girl into a stone statue. Bile barged into Jack's room with an axe in hand. Jack released the time bird from the cage. The time bird flew out through the skylight. As Bile swung the axe towards Jack, shouts from companions outside were heard calling Jack's name. Bile revealed a sinister smile. When Air Girl and Dollboy opened the door, they saw to Jack's. They couldn't tell who the real Jack was. Jack saw a Soul-Eating Monster sneaking up. Bile, transformed into Jack, had his eyes gouged out by the Soul-Eating Monster. Jack shot the Soul-Eating Monster with an arrow. The children bid farewell to Jack and entered the time barrier. Jack returned to find his grandfather in 2016. His grandfather encouraged Jack to pursue his own happiness. Jack passed through several time barriers and finally reunited with Air Girl.